Hello everybody and welcome back to another Path of Exile 2 video. Today we have another video to react to. Thank you GGG for the free content. It's stalling season and stalling season is almost over. Looking at the date right now, 5/26/2026, 11:46 p.m. A lot of sixes there. Hope they don't line up. That means that we are a few minutes away from 2 days away to the patch dropping. Super exciting. I cannot wait. And I would like to see what this video is about. It says discover brand new runes in the Runes of Alder League in Path of Exile 2, Return of the Ancients. The update also brings buffs to existing runes, opens up even more powerful crafting possibilities. Sorry. Check out a preview of what runes we have to offer in the video below. So, I actually did a video where we went over the item filter notes. It was a very interesting time because I basically just by looking at the items, like the names of the items that have been added to the game, we were able to deduce that not only are there elemental fluxes, but there's also a chaos flux, which is probably being able to switch a resistance to a chaos resistance. Now, obviously that would be an extremely expensive and valuable piece of gear or flux crafting material, if you will. There's also now perfect jewels, right? There was just the lessers, there was the regulars, there was the greaters. Now there's actually perfect. Is that what they're called? Or exceptional? Whatever they were called. It was a name. I think it was perfect, but also I don't think it was perfect in the jewels. So there's actually a fourth tier of them, which is super exciting. I cannot wait to see what we got to look at here. I mean, there was a bunch of other stuff too, but hopefully this will show some of them.
Rune shapes, inscriptions. These are my life's work. The more I studied, the more I began to see similar shapes in the stars above. It was then that I dedicated myself to becoming a rune seeker.
A rune
As Pharaoh so
seeker.
kindly explained, runes are very powerful and ancient inscriptions, and they can be socketed into your items to grant them more power. During the League...
What was that? I want to read all the runes. This might take a little bit. Okay, that was just a lesser desert rune. 10% fire resist. Pretty sure that gave 8% before though. So now they give 10%.
Inscribing symbols into remnants will let you choose between a bunch of different crafting runes that you can use to enhance your items. When you come across a remnant, it has a number of slots ranging from 2 to 7.
Exalted
The
Orb.
more slots, the more powerful the remnant.
Passion of Alder, Ward Rune, Mind Rune, Uncut Steel Gem level 19, Greater Orbs of Transmutation. Wow, so it's pretty much like any kind of currency. Like any currency that goes into like the currency trade in the game. It seems like. Passion of Alder transforms all cold and lightning modifiers on an item into equivalent fire modifiers. Yes, this is really cool. This is awesome.
You'll have to
Place into an empty augment slot in a rare weapon to apply its effect to that item. Transforms modifiers upon socketing. Further added modifiers will not be transformed. Once socketed, it cannot be retrieved or replaced.
choose between.
Okay.
At the start of the game, you might find yourself crafting simple damage or resistance runes.
7 to 11 fire damage. 8% damage is extra fire damage. 14% fire resist. Yeah, these got a buff for sure. Because I think the lesser ones were like 8%. The greater ones, or the regular ones, were like 12%. Maybe 10%, but I think it was 12%. And now it looks like they're 10 and 14%.
That are available at a lower.
I could be completely wrong on that, by the way. I'm just like trying to think, and I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Normally be able to get them, giving you a decent power boost. But things quickly get more interesting. There are 22 runes.
Added 20 to maximum runic ward. Ha! I called it! Whenever we saw a ward rune, there's like 4 levels of ward runes now, just like there's 4 levels of all the other runes. And it just adds runic ward.
For adding or modifying runic ward.
Super
a new
cool.
resource that can protect you from death. Using these runes, you can add an extra defensive layer, or turn your runic ward into an offensive weapon.
So I was saying, like, if you want runic ward to be able to use the Kalgurin spells, if they're like a core part of your build in the late game, but you don't want to augment your gear with it, so as to because like in the later game, whenever you augment your gear with runic ward, it takes away from your like evasion, your armor, your energy shield, whatever comes on the weapon or the piece of armor naturally. So if you don't want to take that away, but you still really want a little bit of runic ward to be able to like use a spell, then this is how you're going to do it.
Using Kalguran runic skills. There are also 13 runes that add powers specific to weapon types, like this one, which gives
Cool.
a chance for grenades to explode.
Oh my. Oh, this is going to go so hard for the build that I want to do.
Second time.
Holy shit. I said I was going to go Gemling Legionnaire and go grenades, explosive grenades, and just really pray that whatever the bonus to quality effect they have on explosive grenades is that it's cool enough to like want to make that my Gemling build.
Or this one, which gives you a new buff called Druidic Prowess.
Gains 2 Druidic Prowess when you heavy stun a rare or unique enemy. Druidic Prowess is a stacking buff which grants 10% increased skill speed and causes hits with spell damage to grant 3 rage per stack for 10 seconds. Each stack has an independent duration, maximum 3 stacks. So you can get up to 30% increased skill speed. Pretty cool. And 9 rage per stack. Up to, right? If it's 3. Well, yeah. 3 rage per stack would be 9 rage.
When heavy
Cool.
stunning enemies. In addition, there are 22 runes designed to give you power at low levels, like
Rune of the Prism body modifiers, minus 10% to all maximum elemental resistances, but plus 20% to all elemental resistances. Oh, so it takes away from the max, but it gives you all elemental resistances. That is crazy. What the hell? No, it's actually good because super early game, I mean, he just said it's for early game. Super early game, you're probably not going to be reaching the max resist. Wow.
this one, which gives you a bunch of elemental resistances. Or this one, which gives you a
Plus 50 to spirit, but minus 1 to spirit per 2 levels. So the earlier in your gameplay that you socket it. So yeah, all right, let's do the math real quick. It requires level 15. So you would have hit that 2 level threshold 7 times because it'd be level 14 is the last time you hit it. So it would be minus 7 spirit whenever you can first equip it, but it'd be plus 50 to spirit. So it would be, why is this the hard equation? 43. So that would be 43 spirit whenever you can first equip it if you equipped it immediately at level 15.
ton of spirit.
Cool.
These runes are
But as you leveled up, it would slowly degrade in effectiveness.
designed to be powerful, but drop off in value as you level up. They're great for power leveling a second character in the league.
Damn. Oh man,
We
these
also
are
have 6 runes
these
that
are
you can use to
so
expand
cool.
modifiers used when doing high level crafting.
Whoa, wait, what? So you put these runes you put into an item. That is crazy though, because it can't be replaced. So you are taking up that item's rune slot to make sure that like it rolls the modifiers that you want at the cost of the fact that you'll never be able to socket another rune into that specific spot, which is crazy. That is a big trade-off, but also like we'll see if it's worth it, right? I don't think it'll be worth it at the highest end of crafting because like all the very best mirror tier stuff isn't going to come with like a basically null and void, gem slot or augment slot,
So for example, you can socket Katla's Gloom into some gloves, and it will enable the crafting of a bunch of new decay modifiers that can be used for damage over time.
Oh, but there are new modifiers. Huh. So modifiers that you cannot get unless you have this rune socketed in. That has so much depth to it just already. It's like it would hurt my brain to even try and figure out right now. We're just going to have to see it in the game.
After socketing one of this type of rune, use regular exalts or chaos orbs to try and craft the new mods.
Increase curse magnitudes, increase magnitude of bleeding, increase magnitude of poison. Huh.
There are also several runes that have one-off powerful effects
Cool.
on items, but are bound forever into the socket.
+1 suffix modifier allowed. Yes, this is kind of the same theme as the other one, like John just said. It's like the same theme where like you are taking up an augment slot in this item permanently, but it is to affect its crafting ability, or like the ability to like get crazy combinations of modifiers that you would never be able to get without doing it.
Like this one, which allows any item to gain another suffix.
Wait. Oh. I didn't even think about that. When I first saw that, I immediately thought +1 suffix, but it would come at the cost of an affix. Wait, not affix. Prefix. Holy shit. So you just have 7. You have 7 things on. Wow. You know what? I think actually, like that one's going to be crazy, I think. I think that one will be crazy. Like the suffix and prefix one are going to be nuts. There's definitely going to be crazy items that are made with that. But also something that I was thinking, back in 0.3, for example, I mentioned this in another video. On my LA Deadeye, I know I played the hardest build to pilot in the game, Lightning Arrow Deadeye. On my boots or on my gloves, I have 3 of the same idol that gives me 8% attack speed, right? In 0.4, they made it so you cannot do that anymore. You can't put multiple of the same rune on an item. So I feel like that kind of opens the door for this kind of stuff, because like, oh, well, the Bis Mitts will just have 3 of the best, modifiers in the game, or 3 of whatever is the best for that build rune in the game. But now it's like, okay, you can only have 1, and then you have to pick something else, and then maybe the other one could be like this. And I'm saying 3 because like if you corrupt it, like it'll have 2, but then if you like corrupt it, it'll have 3rd run, right? Gloves can have 3. I believe so. Mine has 3.
Or this one, which allows you to create a jewel socket.
Huh? Oh my god. Gang. Oh my god, that is so cool. They're doing so much with jewels this league. Between like the emotions being able to like basically are essences for this stuff for jewels. Now they're adding the ability to put jewels on other pieces of gear with a rune. They're also adding voices, which is like you put it in 1 rune or 1 jewel slot in your passive tree to give yourself up to like 4 other jewel slots. Oh, the jewel combos of this league are going to be crazy on builds. Like the super high end of builds. Oh my god.
Or this series of runes that can convert any elemental mod from one element to another.
This is great. Yep. No. Transfer all fire, cold, and lightning modifier. Oh, okay. Yeah. Into equivalent chaos modifiers. These are not the fluxes. But this is kind of crazy though, still. Transforms all fire and cold modifiers of the item onto equivalent lightning modifiers. Or you can sacrifice every element for chaos. Specifically martial weapons here. Let's keep a look at that. But that is really cool. Are there weapons like that even in the game? Oh, I think there are, but it's like a specific what is it called? Like an innate on the item. Like something that it always comes with. You never get like you can put like you can roll like 7 to 11 fire damage, 6 to 8 cold damage, 1 to 10 lightning damage with like the lesser runes. But there's no rune for like 2 to 5 chaos damage on attacks. So Betrayal of Alder sounds like it will be able to add chaos damage on attacks onto martial weapons, which is nutso. Can you imagine having like adds fire damage, adds cold damage, has lightning damage on your weapon, and then you transform them all into chaos and go like some kind of crazy chaos build or something.
another. There's even a rune that can upgrade any other rune, allowing
Huh?
you to upgrade them beyond the normal limit.
What? That's how you do it. There's the perfect. There's the perfect. We saw that. Guys, go back and watch that video. Well, I guess I don't know if it's probably not as valuable now, but it was pretty cool. 2 days ago, or yesterday, whenever I was playing like detective with the list of new items added in the item filter.
Upgrade any
Masterwork rune. Okay, so it is the
other rune,
Masterwork rune.
allowing you to upgrade them
You just use it on another rune,
beyond
and it
the
upgrades
normal
it to a
limit.
perfect. That is so
The
cool.
last one I want to show you today is Aldur's Legacy, a special rune that can be socketed into any Kalguran or Ezomite
yep.
unique to destroy it, but create a new rune that takes some of the properties of that unique. So for example, use this on a Trample Toe to create a Legacy of Trample Toe rune.
Take the move speed.
Socket into any boots.
What the hell? Wait. So it doesn't give you the choice. Do you have to slam
Just
these?
like the unique Trample Toe to create
Yeah, it didn't even give him a choice.
that takes some of the properties of that unique. So for example, use this on a Trample Toe to create a Legacy of
Boots deal 10% overkill damage to enemies within 2 meters of the enemy killed. So yeah, it didn't give him the option. Did it randomly roll that, or is that every time you use it on specifically those boots?
Trample Toe rune. Socket into any boots and, just like the unique it came from, you'll deal 10% of overkill damage to all enemies in a 2-meter radius. Or how about the Legacy of Twisted Empyrean? Destroy a Twisted Empyrean, and you can add cold damage based on your maximum mana to any weapon.
Pretty based.
Aldur's Legacy. You can create another 100 or so runes with all sorts of unique
Helmets, charms gain 1 charge per second plus 1 charm slot.
effects.
Mace's maximum quality is 40. Ooh. That's going to have some power, right? That would double the amount of quality that you can put on a mace, and then that'd be a lot of like added physical
At this
damage.
point you might be thinking, that's a lot of new runes. And you'd be
Yep.
right. This is the runes of
So it's okay. This is exactly what me and my friend talked about. It's going to be runes, probably like Kalguran runes. It's the soul cores, idols, and omens. Wait,
Aldur after all.
no. Talismans.
Didn't want the old runes to be
Talismans and
left
then omen. Or
behind. A significant
talismans and then idols.
number of the old runes that were not being used have been buffed as well,
Oh, that's tight. That is good.
to be left behind either. A significant
Very
number
cool.
of the old runes that were not being used have been buffed as well, making this
Yeah, they're
crafting
just
system
buffed across the board. That's really cool. I like that.
Explore everything runes have to offer in the Return of the Ancients update on May 29th.
It looks so good, man. People complain too much. Oh, there's gonna be 300 tabs. It's gonna be completely unreadable. How am I even supposed to play the game? The rune, the augment stash tab is going to be completely
At this
ridiculous.
point you might be thinking, that's a lot of new runes. And
But like, I mean, come on. Like, we can use our brains for a second. Like obviously they were gonna sort them in their like different types. So it's really cool. I like the look of it. I like the pictures at the top. I actually like that more than it just like saying the word. I like the pictures. That art looks really fucking good. Damn. It's a beautiful time to be a Path of Exile 2 player. I'll tell you what, guys. Damn, we just broke this not even 4-minute video down. It took us 19 minutes. That's crazy. All right. I listen, guys. I just like whenever I react to something, I want to actually, add something to the damn video, or else you might as well just watch me like sit here and drool. And this will be a 3-minute and 47-second video because I'd start the video and then turn it off while I drool on myself, right? But I want to actually add something. I want to add value to you guys as listeners to it. Like if you're watching this video and you're at work and you just have your earbud in and you're not watching the screen, you can actually like, there's conversation that you can hear, and I'll read off what the runes do because I'm excited to see what every rune does. So every time he's hovering over a rune in the "What are these runes do" video, obviously I'm going to want to like read every rune and figure out what it does and like theory crafts and talk about like, oh, we did see this before. We saw it in the notes, things like that. So thank you all for watching. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, hey, to each their own. You know, you can dislike the video, I guess. But 95%, I think, or more of the people who watch my videos do not subscribe. It's definitely more than that, by the way. Do not subscribe. So if you could subscribe, if you enjoyed the video and you wanted to see more, I would really, really, really appreciate it. I'm going to be making more videos all league long, even post league, you know, retrospectives of the league. I got 2 more episodes of the podcast coming out just in the plans, kind of. I mean, like infinitely more in the future, but like one more probably before the league drops, and then definitely one like a week after the league is out to talk about it, right? On the Simply Divine podcast. So it helps me out more than you'd know. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.